have that what you will. It doesn't matter if you don't put a puck in the net. Second period. What the hell?
McDavid moves in. McDavid goes upstairs. What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 38 of this NHL 21 Edmonton Oilers Franchise Mode here in Oil Country. If you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, make sure that you go up into that top corner of the video right now. There will be a card with a link to the entire playlist so you can catch up on any videos you missed. And also, guys, if you do enjoy this video, make sure that you go down below, consider dropping a like on the video. It really helps the YouTube channel out here, and just takes a second as well. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy this video or my content in general and haven't yet. And also, do not forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss when these uploads come out. So, guys, last episode, the Oilers were able to beat the Vegas Golden Knights in round 1 of the playoffs. We actually swept the Golden Knights, so that was a bit of a surprise. I didn't think we were going to do that well against them, but we did. So that's always a good thing. Unfortunately, Bakersfield was eliminated there. Or sorry, no, but they're down 2-0, sorry, to Stockton. That's my bad. I thought they were eliminated in the second round of the playoffs there. But we are taking on San Jose, who was quite literally second place in the league. No, they were third, but they had 51 wins. So, yeah, they were one of the best teams in the league, still no question. And let's just go take one more look at their team for any of you guys who missed last episode, because their team is pretty fantastic. They've got some really good players, and I would say the depth is actually the main thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, just based on the fact that that they are really going to have some good players in here. So, San Jose... Yeah, as you can see, just a lot of like all-around solid players here. Yeah, they've just got depth, a lot of depth in this team. So, yeah, we're gonna have to try and shut this team down. Obviously, they're going to have some good offense, especially with Vincent Guit and players of that nature in this team. Looking like they've got a bit of a weak defensive core apart from those top two guys, but Will German is definitely a good goaltender. We have discovered that in the past. And yeah, that is how this team is looking for the most part. Max Domi's still kicking around at 36 years old. So yeah, this is how the team that we're matching up against is looking. Obviously, the Oilers are in fairly healthy condition right now. Nobody really vitally important missing from the team. But we'll see what these guys can get done. Obviously, some guys haven't had the greatest series. Other guys have been absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, Leon Draisaitl, cough. But I don't entirely understand how Angelo McCarty somehow has 9 points in the games we've played so far. So, anyways, yeah, this is what the team's looking like. Christian Halverson up to an 82 as well, so that is fantastic. And then nothing else really too crazy in here. Yeah, it's looking pretty normal. All right, so that's the team. That's what we're rocking with. Let's see if the Oilers can get things done here. So we've got game days on the same day here. Unfortunately, Bakersfield down 2-0 to Stockton right off the bat is not great, but that's how things go sometimes. So here we go. Game 1, and I guess game 3 for Bakersfield. In the simulation, let's see what happens here. And 4-3 win for the Oilers. That's good. And a 5-0 win for the Bakersfield Condors. So a big bounce back game for them. Edmonton starts off the series well on home ice, so that's always a good thing. Angelo McCarty without a point in that first game of the series, but that's okay. He still leads the team. All right, game number 2 here. We are going to see another win for the Oilers as they beat San Jose 3-1. So Edmonton really on a roll here. Unfortunately, the Bakersfield Condors are facing elimination here to Stockton and might just get bounced here, but Stockton was a very good team. Obviously, you don't win 56 games without being a good team. So, into game number 3 now for the Oilers and what could be an elimination for Bakersfield. We see Edmonton win again in a 6-4 victory and just continued dominance here, but unfortunately a 3-2 OT loss for Bakersfield as they are eliminated 4-1 by the top dogs in the AHL in Stockton. So somehow we're scoring a bunch of goals and a bunch of points, and McCarty still leads the team with 9 points. Like, Leon Draisaitl, Vigneault, hello, what are you guys doing? Like, actually, Mario Vigneault stepped up. He's put a lot of pucks in the net recently, so that's good. That's actually what I wanted to see, was a rookie like that really kind of get his bearings in the playoffs, and he definitely has. We could very well sweep the Sharks here too, and just, kind of clean up here. So let's see what happens here in the game number 4 simulation. San Jose and Edmonton. First period, it's 1-0 for the Oilers as Draisaitl gets the opening goal with 5 seconds left in the first. Oh, you got to feel for San Jose. They did get outshot 11-8 to be fair, but man, Draisaitl right at the end of the period. That's a heartbreaker for San Jose. Second period, it's a 3-1 game as Persaud tied it up for San Jose, but then Edmonton comes back on the power play with a goal from McDavid, and then Russ Ribeiro is at even strength, makes it a 3-1 game. So this thing is pretty much over. I don't think we're even going to jump in and watch because really this is done. William Eaves makes it a 4-1 game on the power play. Edmonton out shooting San Jose by quite a few shots. Christian Helvertson, 5-1 Edmonton. And yeah, 10-shot difference here for the most part is really proving to be the difference in this game. San Jose not getting a whole lot of chances either, so that is very reassuring for the Oilers. 6-1 Roberto Wyman, one of San Jose's ex-players, and wow, the sting, the insult. Holy 4-point nights, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Wow, okay, those guys definitely went off. So I would assume, Leon Draisaitl leading the team now 11 points in 8 games, and Edmonton just crushing everybody so far. We are going to get a rematch of the conference finals battle of Alberta here, as Calgary has just seemed to avoid us in every other round by the looks of it recently. The only time we seem to play Calgary now is in the conference finals. So anyways, they sweep the Avalanche, interestingly enough. So I want to take a peek at the Flames here because we're going to take them on. But Calgary has got Tkachuk and Laine. That's the only real huge threat on this team, and they're both 33 years old now. My goodness. Yeah, those guys are getting up there. Philip Forsberg still in the team. Klim Kostin actually looking pretty decent too. Radislav Budaj, one of our old players. And anybody else? Victor Mete, Hannafin, Ty Smith, Jamie Davies. Yeah. Shesterkin. That could have been what did it. Yeah, that makes sense. Shesterkin mixed with that offense. I could see them beating Colorado. That kind of makes sense. But kind of doesn't at the same time when you look at Colorado. Like, Colorado's not a terrible team. It's more just their depth. Oh, Javon just never turned out. Wow. Gotta feel bad for that. Yeah, he has just been below average. Wow. I'm kind of glad we moved him. Not going to lie. But then they've got a guy like Christian Holmstrom who's actually really decent as a two-way defender. They're not playing him with Tuzolino. Like, what are you doing? Lucas Strimbu, another ex-Oiler there. We did make a couple big trades with the Avalanche, but they just... Esteban Hart, in there too. Again, another Edmonton goalie. My goodness. And Pierre Voulu. Sad days, man. They just didn't play him. Anyways, I don't entirely understand how Calgary swept Colorado cleanly like that, but they did, so we definitely have to take Calgary seriously. They're going to be one of the better teams in here. Obviously, you make it that far. They've done it consistently, too. That's the other thing, is Calgary has made it to at least round 2, if not 3 or 4 of the playoffs, like, almost every single season here. Like, they've been doing it with us here, and they obviously got a cup there, too, about 2 seasons back. So, yeah, it was nice to reclaim the Stanley Cup from them, actually. But Toronto's through. Beautiful. That's 3-1 odds for a Canadian team, so that's good. And then, let's see here. Game number 7 is decided. Yes, it is. All right. So we got Calgary, Edmonton, and Toronto, Philly. Those are the series that we've got matched up here for the conference finals. This should be a fun one, and we'll see what happens here as we start simulating this. So, guys, here we go. The conference finals up next here in this series. Battle of Alberta, too, so this should be a fun one. So, here we go. Game number 1 is a 4-3 win for the Oilers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs also beat Philadelphia 4-2 there up in the top corner. You can see it. So that is game 1 decided there for each team. Heading into game 2 in these series, we see Edmonton win 3-1 and Toronto win 4-2. So Canadian teams up against each other here yet again. We have not actually played a Canadian team in the finals yet. Out of the 4 Stanley Cup Finals, the Oilers have been 2-3-1, obviously a great record, but we're looking to make that 4-1 if things go well here. So, simulating against the Flames here in Game 3 in Calgary at the Saddle Dome. This should be an interesting one as they've got home ice advantage, and I hit edit lines by accident instead of advanced day, but that is okay because we've got a beautiful roster to look at. Anyways, Game 3, here we go, and Calgary loses 6-2, Edmonton up 3-zip. This is really not looking good for Calgary. Philly wins 6-4 against Toronto to bring the series back to a 1-game deficit there. And here we go. This could be it. I meant to just advance a day, but that's my bad. All right, so Edmonton still undefeated in the playoffs. Knock on wood, obviously. But let's see what happens here in Game 4 of the Battle of Alberta Conference Finals. First period, it's 2-0 for Calgary. All right, they outshoot us 13-8. Second period, it's 3-2 as Edmonton comes storming back. Russ Ribeiro, William Eves, and Evan Bouchard all getting goals there in the late stages of the second period, too. So quite an effort from the Oilers there in the second period. We'll see if they can maintain that heading into the third here. And got to get the trusty old headphones out just so I can hear the commentary going on and everything. But here we go. CPU versus CPU. Let's see what happens here in game number 4. Now Edmonton going to clear this one all the way down the ice yet again on what has been a bit of a disastrous power play so far for the Flames. Now they get a good breakout going. Pass in front to Chlapik. He's in alone. Philip Chlapik hits the post. Now pass in front. Davies going to fire directed, and that one is again cleared down the ice on a frantic last 40 seconds of the power play here. That has really just been great chances for Calgary. Chlapik breaking in again. Kulikov shot save rebound. He finds the net. And somehow Clifford Mann just could not get a stick on the puck, and Calgary does convert on the power play there. There's probably about 8 seconds left in that power play, and Alexei Kulikov makes it a 3-all game. So really not the greatest end to the power play. Edmonton gets so close to killing this one off. Chlapik centering pass. Great chance, and somehow, yeah, Clifford Mann just not covering his guy properly, and that one definitely cost the Oilers as Calgary, with all the momentum behind them now, has the chance. I don't know why Parbacker slid out of the way so much there. He really did not have to. Now Vigneault skating the puck up here. Mario Vigneault could not make the pass as Laine had him read the whole way there. Patrick Laine now cutting back in. Pass in front to Lindholm off the post. Elias Lindholm, great opportunity. And Edmonton really does need a change here. They have been on for too long now. And Wyman again showing that as he gets decked. Lindholm in all alone. Elias Lindholm scores! So really what was just a terrible 4-on-4 for Edmonton. Everything going downhill here in the third period. And they give up another goal on what has been a disastrous stretch of play for the Oilers. They just could not seem to get anything right, and Lindholm really makes the Oilers pay on that one, as this is now a lead for the Flames in the Saddle Dome. Pretty hard to come back from more than once in a game, and oh, Backer had the glove up too, and all he had to do was not drop it. Oh, alright, anyways, still got 4-on-4 here for quite a bit. McDavid and Draisaitl on though, so this should be interesting for the last 39 seconds here. And here we go. McDavid going to lose the draw to Monahan too. Anyways, Goldobin going to get pinned up here. Calgary on the power play. Pass in front, and it's another goal. Calgary dominating the Oilers here with not much time left. And Edmonton is out of this one. This game is 100% over. And Edmonton will not go undefeated through the whole playoffs as they drop at least one game to Calgary, if not more here, as the momentum has definitely changed. But my goodness, man, this has just been an absolute terrible performance from the Oilers here in the third period, as they give up 3 straight goals to really just seal the deal for Calgary. Nothing at all from the Edmonton Oilers offense, and they have quite honestly sucked. Yeah, not much time left here. McDavid going to turn it over. McDavid in front, and there was one goal, but too little too late. Even though Gordie Sanford finds that one, Edmonton is just done and out of it here, so not very idealistic of a situation. Just 13 seconds left there in the period, too. So, yeah, nice goal, but too little too late, man. They should have been scoring those goals about 10 minutes ago. So, yeah, good pass by McDavid, but Sanford was just ahead of the play on that one. So, it's a 5-4 game. Edmonton with 13 seconds left. It's not going to be enough time. We all know this already, but they do have forward line one out, so you never know. Anyways, face-off going to go to Calgary, and not much time left here, really. Edmonton does turn it over, but McCarr's skating backwards into his own end. I don't know where he's going. Draisaitl sending it forward, and McDavid's offside with 3.5 seconds left. So this is over. Lindholm pretty much sealed up the deal here for their team. But, yeah, Edmonton just not good enough here in game number 4. The first time that they've actually dropped a contest to a team here in the playoffs. But, yeah, just not good enough from the Oilers here today. So Calgary will stay alive for at least one more game. But my goodness gracious, what a choke by the Oilers, as they could have had a perfect record heading into the finals. 12-0 would have been a very nice way to get there, but might have to be 12-1 or more. But, okay, finish the game. Thank you. Jeez. Showing off every single highlight for the Calgary Flames there on their 36 shots. They just played better. There's no question about that. And Edmonton's going to have to bounce back here after. I mean, it wasn't an awful performance. It was a 1-goal game, but Edmonton was right there and just could not bury anything today to save their lives. So, yeah, lots of opportunities at both ends in that game, and, well, we head to game number 5 now for the first time in this playoff run. And 2-2 series as Philly ties it up there. Philadelphia have been quite good, actually, by the looks of it. So, game number 5, first period, Edmonton up 1-0. They outshoot Calgary 15-13 as Jacob Chychrun gets the opening goal. Second period, it's a 3-1 game as Calgary scores all 3 in the second period and outshoots Edmonton 25-22. So we'll see if this is a repeat type performance, if Edmonton can get back in this. Obviously, they are down 2 goals. So not just 1 this time, but 2. We'll see. It's a lot to come back from, but the Edmonton Oilers are the team that could do it out of anybody. Now Calgary sending the puck up. Tkachuk turns it over. Lambos going to get there first. Carson Lambos off the glass, down to center ice as Laine knocked it out of the air. Now Tkachuk going to get laid out there. Big hit. But that should have been a charge, my goodness. If you don't call that one a charge, I don't know what you could call it. Like, that's boarding. That's the only other thing you could call that play there. Very hard hit by the Flames, and nothing called. Ooh, Tkachuk, big move, great chance. Somehow didn't score on that one, but then Tkachuk brings it right back in front, and it's a 4-1 game. My goodness, man. Edmonton just sucks ass right now. They're terrible. PK turned over right in front of their own net. I'm surprised that one's not in the net either. Now pass in front, and Chalapik picks it. I'm not watching this. I'm sorry. If Edmonton's down by more than a goal heading into a period, I'm playing the next one, okay? Because we're not going to 7 with Calgary. I refuse to go to 7 with the Calgary Flames. Mainly because they're just not that good a team. So, yeah. Not exactly impressed that Edmonton drops 2 in a row to the Calgary Flames. Like, holy crap, man. Literally could not have played any worse. It was a sweep. It was another series sweep for the Oilers. And they choke, and then choke again. First period, Edmonton up 2-0 in Game 6 here. Wyman on the power play, then Draisaitl even strength. Edmonton outshoots Calgary 17-7. Second period, 4-0, as it should be. Edmonton with 30 shots in absolutely no time here. And Yamamoto and Ribeiro both getting the goals there for Edmonton. I'm not even watching the third period. We're just simming it because screw the Clarence Campbell trophy. We've won it so many freaking times now. 4-3. Oh my God. That was almost another choke. That was almost another choke for the Oilers, as they just barely hang on here. Oh, wow. Anyways, your 3 stars of the game go to Batter with 2 goals and an assist for Calgary. Yamamoto with a goal and an assist, and Ribeiro with the game winner there, I believe. Or I guess it was Yamamoto with the game winner. So, by the looks of it, we got a 7-game series there in the other conference. And we will be playing against... We still don't know because the sim is still going on. And it will be the Philadelphia Flyers. Yet again, we beat them when we won our second Stanley Cup in back-to-back years. So Philly, a fairly common opponent, I guess, for the Edmonton Oilers. And let's take a look at Philly and Toronto, because those two teams were quite good. So to make it that far, you have to be good. But this is the team we will be going up against. Jordan Hillis, interesting. Top 9 forward in the top 6. Darren Auld, they're playing on line 3, which does not make sense to me, but okay. Anyways, the first overall pick from the most recent draft and the 4th overall pick, both going to be playing in the finals in their first and rookie seasons. Bo Horvat at 36 years old, still kicking, and at a point per game in the playoffs too, I will have you. Their defense, pretty interesting. Sergachev has dropped right off, unfortunately, but Provorov's still having a great time there in Philly. And then interesting defense here. Rudolph Beyer, actually an elite defenseman, but at 23 years old, he might fulfill top 4 potential. And Michael DiPietro, their only real goalie in net. So that is the Philadelphia Flyers. I don't know if I would have picked them over the Toronto Maple Leafs, especially with Dylan Cousins and Darren Prince playing that well. Yeah, I don't know, man. 24 points for Nylander, too. That's pretty insane. So, yeah, that was Toronto. They at least, actually, their defense was not better. And their goaltending was not better. Oh, that's where it is. Yeah, Austin Matthews injured. That would do it. Yeah, Cousins as a second liner would make a world of difference on that roster, and that's just too bad for Toronto. So anyways, I think we're going to get into the Stanley Cup Final right now, man. Like, it would just be nice to get through this quickly, but Philly will probably put up a fight, as it is the Philadelphia Flyers. So statistically, guys, that was actually the longest Battle of Alberta Calgary has put up in the conference finals. They've never actually beat us in the conference finals since the start of this franchise mode, and that's 0-3 in round 3 of the playoffs. So yeah, unfortunate for Calgary that they always run into us, but that is how things go sometimes. So we got Philadelphia up in the Stanley Cup Finals. We're going to get through it all today. 3 rounds of playoffs, no biggie, but let's see what happens here. Game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Who's playing in the AHL here? Stockton versus Hartford. Okay. Anyways, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Roberto Wyman goes out with a sprained ankle, and Edmonton loses 5-4. Ouch. So a pretty rare loss there for the Oilers. Somehow Philly made it in on 38 wins, no less. They were probably one of the lowest ranked teams, but they've been playing well. So they win game 1. Roberto Wyman goes down with that injury, and I believe we got Matthias Ottoson in place for him. Can we... Nope, that does not make the team any better. That does. Okay. So yeah, we'll go McCarty up on the 3rd line there. Can we get some production here, boys? Like, it has not exactly been the best performances here from these guys recently, and I would really like to see somebody step up here and make a contribution here in one of these games. Anyways, game number 2, Edmonton at Rogers Place. They have to win this game. And Carson Lambos goes out with a separated shoulder. The injury bug has officially hit the Oilers, but They win that game 5-2. Good thing we have the players that we do as substitutes, because if we didn't, man, we would probably be screwed right now. Fortunately, we can get guys like Danny Wesley into the lineup and players like such. So, yeah, not a terrible team here, but those injuries definitely are not the best scenario ever. So, again, just 3 wins off now, but it's a 1-1 series. Edmonton has to win the next couple of games if they are going to stand a chance against Philadelphia. And here we go. Game number 3 at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Edmonton walks away with a 6-4 victory as Connor McDavid really running away with the team lead on points here now. 22 points in just 17 games. Things are looking up for the Oilers here as they win 2 in a row. Can they make it 3 as we head into game number 4 here? And they can in a 3-2 overtime victory. Edmonton playing quite well here. So Roberto Wyman healed from his injury already, so that's a good sight. So that means we can bring Mattias Ottoson back out of the lineup and fix up the chemistry here a little bit with this line. And Wyman is an 85 overall sniper. He might be one of the future key pieces on this team if things go according to plan. But he has been absolutely fantastic so far throughout his career for the Oilers. Lots of goal scoring, decent assists, and I'm really happy with him. I think we got a great trade in that San Jose deal, even though we did trade picks and an elite player. I think we honestly got the better player back. So it's a race between McDavid and Draisaitl, both at 22 points in 18 games. They've been quite good on both sides of the puck. Actually, well, both sides, I say that. McDavid has been better plus minus anyways, so yeah, just that one injury there with Carson Lambos, but we do have enough defense to kind of back up everyone else. So Edmonton with the opportunity to potentially get things going here and win back-to-back cups yet again for the second time in this franchise mode. I think we're going to jump in and play, or at least watch most of this. All right, guys, so here we go. The Stanley Cup Final. Let's see what the Oilers can get done here. First period, it's a 1-1 game as Sanford and Radish both have goals for their respective teams. Philly out shooting Edmonton 11-6 in the first. Second period, it's a 3-3 game. And with just 20 minutes left here in Game 5, this could go either way. But we're going to jump in and watch what unfolds here. If Edmonton will claim the Stanley Cup, or if the Flyers will live to fight another day. So guys, here we go. Third period of Game 5 at Rogers Place. Faceoff will go to the Flyers as the puck drop is underway. Now Philly breaking in, Sergei Goldobin trying to stop his man, finds Darren Auld, the rookie, gets the goal. And Philadelphia up 4-3 here now in the Stanley Cup Final game number 5. Darren Auld with his 8th goal in the playoffs too. He has probably been better than Mario Vigneault, but great pass there. And Goldobin has just been below average as a defenseman. He has been really bad, honestly, and I would like to see Goldobin step it up and make some actual plays in the defensive end, because he really has just not been there this series, and in the playoffs in general, he has been below average. So, anyways, we got a 4-3 game here, for Philadelphia as they take the lead. Now Philly breaking in, good poke check by Makar, and he is going to get beat by Provorov, and that one finds the back of the net as Taylor Radish gets his second of the game. Edmonton just, again, unlucky in my opinion. They have had better chances and just cannot put a puck in the net. They've hit posts, they've had open nets, they've had great chances, and instead, Parbacker, the much higher rated goalie too, I will give you, 7 overall higher than DiPietro, has just not been good enough tonight. That's the only way you can describe it. He's late on that cut across, he sees the pass coming, and he's too slow. Man, this has just been a bad game again. For every game we watch today has been a bad game for the Oilers. It has not been good. And again, penalty for the Oilers. So that one is it. All right, apparently Edmonton can't win a game unless I play it. So, Oh, we might have to play a third period here or something like that, but my goodness, it has just been a crapshoot. Edmonton had the opportunity to put up their best playoff record ever with a 16-3 cup win, but instead it's a 3-2 series here. And why are you showing me price of admission tickets? Anyways, we are headed into game number 6 now to try and finish this one off, and it has just been not great from Edmonton so far. First period, it's 3-0 Philadelphia. My goodness. All right. Only 6 shots for Edmonton. That's just bad. All right. Game number, second period, it's just 5-0. Come on. Come on, man. Really? 5-2? Like, what? This team, Philadelphia, finished maybe 15th. Maybe. They were not good. Oh, we lose Backer too. Are you kidding me? Separates his shoulder and he's out. What the fuck? Like, I don't mean to curse on camera, but what the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, that's bad. You can't fucking take out my star goalie for Game 7. It's Game 7. Come on, man. What the heck? We lose our best player as far as defense goes. What on earth is actually going on here? This has been atrocious up to this point. Oh, man. I'm swapping Wesley out for Coburn because those guys have just not been playing well enough up to this point. And, alright. This is not where we wanted to be at this point. I really was hoping that we would at least have sealed out the series in 6 games, but we're going to 7 with Philly. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. So, gonna simulate up to this game. Let's see what happens. Philadelphia's just been all over us for the second half of this series. So, first period, it's a 0-0 game. Edmonton outshoots Philly 16-5, or 15-6, sorry. So, yeah, have that what you will. It doesn't matter if you don't put a puck in the net. Second period. What the hell? Oh, I've never seen that many goals in a simulation. That was like the Oilers versus the Senators the other night. Oh my God, 6 goals in one stretch of play between the... That was in 10 minutes. 6 goals in 10 minutes. I mean, 2 of them were power play goals, but then that's 10 goals in a period. My goodness. So we have McCarty open the scoring, Draisaitl 2-0, Ribeiro 3-0, Vigneault 4 and 5-0 on the power play. Ribeiro makes it 6 for his second of the game. Second of the period, Russ Ribeiro with the natural hat trick too. Horvat gets 1 on the power play, and then McDavid for 8, and then Pettersson gets 1. So this is decided. Oh my gosh. I've never seen that many goals in a single stretch of 20 minutes. That's 10 goals. It's like the Oilers were playing on easy there. Like, what the actual... Honest to goodness. Philly with the power play there. This is obviously too little too late. Edmonton explodes for 8 goals. And with 53 seconds left, we're going to jump in and just watch the remainder of this. Do I have to play it? Oh, I do. You know what? I'm going to leave it on the weird-ass camera angle. And just see what happens here. So honestly, I'm probably not going to be able to win a face-off. I'm not going to be able to do much because I think I have to play. I mean, I don't have to. I can stop and change sides and everything. But, I mean, we have a 6-goal cushion, to be fair. So... And I just want to face off with this camera angle. What is going on? Oh, no, Furtak's in net, but they switched it. All right. Man, this is such an awkward camera angle. I'm not used to this at all. Anyways, Novak breaking in. He can't do it, but Wyman can. Lyman, big turnover. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Horvat's in alone. Oh, both Horvat. That's a choke. Okay. It's so weird not shooting the way you normally would, like an up-down kind of stick. Oh, big hit there. But last 10 seconds here. Edmonton going to break out. And there you have it. The Oilers are 9-time Stanley Cup champions as a franchise mode, or as a franchise. It's a franchise mode, yeah. And there you have it. I don't know who's going to be your top performer in the playoffs. It could be Draisaitl, it could be McDavid. Whoever had the most points here, pretty much. But we shall see right away as Edmonton crushes Philly in the 7th and final game of the Stanley Cup Finals. What a series it was. I mean, Edmonton still goes 16-5 to win the Cup, so a great performance there from the whole team. But, yeah, these last two series were definitely a bit of a nail-biter, bit of a crazy scenario or two here. But Zykov gets the win, only allows 2 goals for the Flyers in Game 7. About time that Edmonton finally shut the door. Maybe Parbacker was the issue there at the end, but Draisaitl gonna win yet another Conn Smythe in his late ages of his career here. Looks like 29 points in the playoffs too. He was fantastic yet again. So Edmonton, 4 cups in the span of 7 years. That is dynasty material there. And yeah, Edmonton has been fantastic here with McDavid, Draisaitl. Those guys have just made such a remarkable difference to this franchise that they have definitely been good. There's no question about that. So Connor McDavid yet again getting to lift the cup. You guys have seen it time and time again now. This is 4 times in his career. William Eves going to get to lift the cup too. You got to love that. And Edmonton has been really quite fantastic here throughout the span of the last 7 years or so. Yes, we did have 3 second-round eliminations in a row, but that builds the character, that builds the team. And even though it was a waste of some of McDavid and Draisaitl's best years, those moments have led to these. So it has just been fantastic to watch the Oilers go through all of this, win these games, and yeah, they have just been quite good overall here. So Clifford Mann getting to lift it, and Stanislav Zykov, the last game, he literally won 1 out of 1. That's all he had to win. As Parbacker goes down with the injury at the 15th win mark, could not win either of those last 2 games he played in. But there you have it, your 2031 Stanley Cup champions. So looking at the points here, Ribeiro had 3 goals on 9 shots. McDavid and Draisaitl, both with multiple-digit games there, but or not multiple-digit, but multiple efforts from goals and assists. Draisaitl had 5 points and was +4. McDavid only had 3 points, so that seemed to be the difference by the looks of it. I mean, in just 21 games, Draisaitl with 29 points would pretty much get things wrapped up there. So, yeah, just a fantastic performance there from the majority of the Oilers. And we are going to get this done here pretty quick. So we do win the Stanley Cup. Draisaitl, 10 goals, 19 assists. That was accurate numbers there for 29 points in the playoffs. He has just been fantastic throughout the later stages of his career. Even though he has dropped off potential-wise, he has definitely just been one of the best players on the Oilers throughout his entire career. Never mind the playoffs, Draisaitl has been an absolutely amazing playoff performer, and 213 points in just 171 games goes to show you just how good he's really been. And it's funny enough that he got robbed from 2 Conn Smythes here in those years of 2025-26, but he just seemed to be the better player here. So McDavid was a couple points behind, but we had some big goal scorers too, I will have you. Vigneault and Ribeiro, definitely names to watch out for as we head into the future here. They have been putting pucks in the net every single way you possibly can. So, yeah, great performance from the Oilers here. And we're going to sim to the draft to figure out who won the Hartford Wolfpack won it. Okay, so we didn't, unfortunately, the Bakersfield Condors didn't lose to the actual Calder Cup winners, but close enough, right? So for your draft lottery, the Nashville Predators are going to win this lottery. Columbus moves from 3 to 2. Arizona moves down from 1 to 4. So that one kind of stings for them probably, but we did pass the majority of our accomplishments here. That is always a good thing. And I'm eyeing one guy in the draft here at pick number 8. Pedro Chiptura looks like he could possibly be a fantastic player. Got a 200-foot game. Plays like, he had 110 points in 65 games. 200-foot game, pro-release playmaking ability. He reminds me of Kyler Yamamoto. Lacks size. Injury-prone is the one worrisome statistic there, but we might be trading up or trying to trade up to get Pedro Chiptura. He looks like a fantastic player for the future. I mean, for now too, right? Like, I would love to get a guy like that. Frederick Forsstrom, a high starter there with a 1-year ETA, but I don't know if we're going to go for a guy like that either. We are trying to make our picks as, strategically as possible here. Try to get a guy like Ulf Josephson or somebody like that along those lines, because, that would be a good pick later second round. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like too many guys have really turned out to be fantastic looking players here. Hedekin, okay. Medium franchise potential. He's got to have something going for him. So we're going to watch him. The other guy I was looking at there was Valentanko. And I don't know. We'll figure out our picks as we go, but this really isn't the time. We're going to do that more in the next video. But yeah, this has been a fantastic franchise mode. I don't know if Draisaitl's going to call it quits here. I'm really hoping he doesn't. He literally scored 89 points and won the Conn Smythe yet again. But he does not retire yet. He would be top of that list with 1,400 points. But Tarasenko, Stone, Zibanejad, lots of players with 900-plus points on that list, too, I will have you. Was any of these guys good enough to stay in the NHL? Jonathan Drouin was at 36 years old, but Anthony Mantha, too, maybe. Pajot. That's about it for guys that were, guaranteed, yes, they should stay in the NHL. Oh, Josh Morrissey, too. There's another big name for you. But, John Gibson, man. 407 wins. Not a bad career by any means. Korpisalo, lots of guys with 200 plus here too, as Omark, Cal Pedersen, Peter Mrazek. Wow, lots of good players that are retiring here. So, yeah, a little bit sad to see, but that is how things went for those guys. So we have Rhys Dollywell retire as a coach. I trying to remember. I don't think he was the head coach for this team, but I might be wrong. So we're gonna have to watch that. But anyways, guys, I think this is pretty much where we're gonna wrap up the video. If you guys did enjoy this one, then make sure that you go down below. Consider dropping a like on the video. William Eves up to franchise potential. You guys gotta drop a like for that one. My goodness. We got another franchise player on this team possibly. And yeah, just go show a bunch of support, guys. I really appreciate it when you do. It makes me want to keep making these videos for you guys, and honestly, I'm having a great time right now with this Edmonton series. It has been a fun time, and I cannot wait to get the Canadian series out to you guys. It is still in the works, absolutely, but I really think that this is going to the next series coming up here with the Canadian series is going to be a channel changing kind of series. I think it's going to be that big, so you guys aren't going to want to miss out on that one. Make sure you subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss when these uploads come out. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.